Aye, shepherd's pie. Greetings from the Philippines. I'm back with my good friend Margot, owner of the Latino, Thai and Spanish restaurant in Valencia, which we shall talk about in a little bit, because I eat here a lot. It's my favourite restaurant in Dumaguete, and I used to live here, so I know this place pretty well. But before we get to that bit, we're going to have a little sit down and a chat with Marco, who has been kind enough to agree and have a little talk with us. And he's led a life, Marco. He's lived in a few places. He's done a few things. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. First of all, Marco,
Yep.
Thank you very much for agreeing to do this interview.
Welcome. Thank you.
So, where did it all start? Where are you from?
I'm from Barcelona.
Barcelona?
Well, 28 kilometers from Barcelona. The city is Terrassa City, close to Sabadell City.
Terrassa City?
Terrassa.
I'm going to make a guess now. If it's that close to, but it's not a big place, I'm going to guess.
It's an industrial city. It was industrial city.
Okay.
Many fabrics at that time when I was young. Now there are less than before.
So what size population are we talking about?
My city, 200,000 inhabitants.
That's quite big. I mean, it's not a small town.
And now maybe 200 plus 20,000 Africans.
Okay. So the demographic has changed.
Yeah.
And you grew up there, did you? Is that where you were a child?
I grew up in Terrassa. When I opened my first business was in Terrassa. When I was 23 years old.
Wow. What was your first business?
One bar restaurant.
Okay. So
their name.
How did you get into that? Were your family bar people? I mean, how did you start so young?
No, because my family, they have some place to build something. And then I was talking with my mother and she said, you can do whatever you want here, no? And I opened my first bar there, restaurant. After that, I bought one more business close to the court, Justice, Hall of Justice.
Right.
In front of Hall of Justice, along the La Rambla.
So that was another bar, was it, outside Portugal?
Other bar restaurant.
So before you opened the first one, was that your first job?
Before,
had you ever worked?
I started to work when I was 14 years old in Hotel Antemare.
So that's how you had the experience, the confidence you'd worked in, yeah. 14, wow.
Because I ran out from my father. Mm-hmm. My father was a dictator and not a nice guy.
It wasn't a happy home.
Yeah, and then 14 years I took the train and traveled to Sitges.
Traveled to where?
Sitges is a touristic city in Barcelona.
Okay. At 14?
14.
Is that very unusual?
No, but my life was not nice.
Wow. No, yeah, I get that. That's terrible, mate. I'm sorry you had that. But could you leave school at 14 in those days, or was that because it's 16 in the UK? I mean, at 14 you could at 14 in Spain.
Yeah, but my mother was a nice woman, but she doesn't stop to my father. And
okay, so you just had to go. Okay.
Then I look one friend and he said, "Come with me and we can go to work at the same place." And
okay. So you went away, you learnt your trade.
And then I stayed in Hotel Antemare in the restaurant, at the ground floor, working one season, around 5-6 months. And next year, the owner of the hotel, Mr. Luis Vives, he sent me a letter, because at that time no internet, sent me a letter and he wants that I come back, but at that time I started to work in my city. I back to my city, and then I started to work in other place that they sell cutlery, glasses, everything. like a hardware.
Yeah,
similar, no?
kitchenware,
Kitchenware,
diningware. Yeah.
kitchenware. I stayed there with one Chilean boss.
Right.
After that, I started to work in how you call when the people go to other cities to sell something. No, I sell at that time.
Okay, traveling, yeah.
bells and bags for young people, for the children.
Yeah. So you were sales.
Ballets, everything about leather, no?
Yeah,
leather and similar, no?
Yeah.
And then I go around Catalonia area. And it was a nice job, but outside I don't like to work much.
Okay. And you did that for 6 years. You learned, you basically, you know, what you were doing. Then you came back, you opened your first bar, and then another one within a few months, or?
No, later when I was 20 years old, I've been in the army.
Oh wow, you've done a lot.
Voluntary. Voluntary means that at that time the people go to the army 1 year and 2 months, I think.
Okay.
But if you go voluntary, 20 months. So I make longer the staying in the army,
Okay.
but was close to my city.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe it's because I want to stay out from my house. No?
Okay. Did you enjoy the army, or?
Well, not enough because
Not enough to stay longer.
no, no.
Right, so
in the army, my father was a barber,
right.
and he was the tailor to cut the hair, no?
Yeah.
But I never was happy with him because the reason I told you before. But in the army, I was the barber to demonstrate to myself that I can do whatever I want. Then I took my license, truck license. I work in the restaurant. I mean that all my life I was busy. I am a person that I don't like stay sitting all the time. No?
You like to keep active.
No,
Very well.
Not hyperactive, but almost.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah.
So how did the business go? The first business, it went well, better than you expected.
Oh yeah. Because at that time I was let me tell you, a nice guy at that time, and I trust everybody because I was fun guy. The girls say that I was little handsome, with hair and teeth, and was my first bar, and was the first bar with aircon in my city, no?
Okay, right.
And then was a mix of sofas like here, plus aircon. That at that time no sofas in any bar. And I was lucky to get a nice team. The workers was a nice team. And handsome, I don't understand about men, but many girls come there. It means that mostly of the waiters was handsome. In a few months, I was preparing to buy a new business because it was full.
Yeah, you're doing really well.
Full, yeah. After I opened my first bar, 1 year and maybe 8 months more, 20 months, I bought one business close to the first one. And this was along the La Rambla, that is the more important road in all the cities in Catalonia. We call it La Rambla or Las Ramblas. No?
Okay.
Like in Barcelona.
Yeah.
After the second bar, probably 2 years, no more, or a little more, I opened one discotheque.
Discotheque, really?
Discotheque.
Yeah.
Along the La Rambla, no, the Terraza.
Okay. So you were getting carried away now. Yeah. Everything's working. I'll buy this. I'll buy that.
Yeah. And at that time, my idea was that the decoration was like an English pub.
Okay.
And I've been in London, and what is the famous market, the Sunday market? Candom?
Covent Garden.
Candom?
Covent Garden.
Candom market?
Well, you got Camden Market.
Camden
You've got Covent Garden. Right, Camden, yeah,
Candom
yeah.
market. Yeah. And I visit many different pubs.
Yeah.
And I remember that I copy the how you call outside on the wall. We make like a one
mural. Yeah.
A black color, and the name of this discotheque was Palladium Privat. Privat is mean that I want that select to our customers, no?
Yeah.
And was successful also. Plenty of. I remember that at that time in my city there was one discotheque, Macintosh.
Right.
Macintosh was number one. In a few months was the same level that the Macintosh.
So how big was your place? How many people could you get in there?
The first bar, its name was Bohemia, was like this.
But I mean the disco, how big was the disco?
The disco was almost 3 times this place.
Oh, quite a big place, quite a big.
Three times.
So you could fit a few hundred people in there, no problem. Yeah.
Two bar counters, one the north, one in the other side. So 375 square meters more or less.
Do you get much trouble when you've got a disco? Because it's different to a bar, having a bar or restaurant, isn't it? I mean, was there much problems?
I enjoy a lot in the discotheque. I was 27 years old, more or less.
Yeah. So you were loving life.
Oh yeah. And at that time, my incomes was good.
Yeah.
I bought that time, one Chrysler, the one that is automatic, that the open
With the open roof. Sports car, yeah.
The Chrysler.
So you were the Spanish Peter Stringfellows.
Yeah. After that, I bought one Porsche. First one Porsche 944 first. And later one Mercedes. Well, at that time, one girlfriend of mine, she say, well, my real name is Juan Jose.
Okay, I didn't know that one.
She say, Juan, why you don't go to Barcelona and talk to Lecturas News? It's like a magazine.
Yeah.
Magazine, no? It's very famous. Lecturas and Hola are the more famous. Because I know one man there, Mr. Tony Monca. Passed away already. That time he was maybe 60 more. And talk to him because your face is you are the double of Bobby Ewing.
Bobby who?
Bobby Ewing.
Bobby Irwin?
Yeah, it was a series Dallas in America.
Oh, Bobby Ewing. Yeah. Okay, yeah, right now. Okay.
The brother of JR.
Yeah. I know.
The brother, no?
Younger brother, yeah.
Said, no, I am shy. I don't want. No. But she was from Barcelona. One day she contacted this man, no? And this man came to my city, Terrassa, called me before, said, yeah, can I go to? Oh, okay, come. He came to make an interview. After that, in the Lecturas magazine, I can show to you. I send to you some picture, no? In the first page, how you call the cover, no?
Yeah.
There is my king, Spanish king,
right.
And in one corner is me with Bobby Ewing from Dallas, telling that the double of Bobby Ewing is in Terrassa City.
Unbelievable! I'm gonna say something now. This may sound stupid because I've not thought of Bobby Ewing for about 30, 40 years.
Well.
But for some reason, what's the actor called Patrick Duffy? Was that his name? The real guy? I don't know why, but Patrick Duffy came into my head as soon as you said Bobby Ewing. I think it was Patrick Duffy. I don't know why.
No. This is similar face, but it's other one.
It's a different actor.
That is the one that make other series with one car. I can't remember now, but about nice car also. Yeah. This I tell to you later.
Anyway, we'll do it later.
Yeah.
So you had a Porsche and you had a Mercedes.
Pardon?
A Porsche and then a Mercedes car.
Yeah.
Your taste in cars has changed now, Mark. You're driving these days.
No, it's very different.
I'll tell you what Marco's driving now, but it's not a Mercedes or a Porsche. So, okay, what happened next then? Because you've moved from Spain.
After that, I was very stressed because I was running 3 businesses at the same time.
Yeah.
And when I see in my pocket that I thought that my money will be enough to live without work,
Yeah.
I say, "Oh, stop!" And I have one bar there in my first bar. Still, I get some money for rental. No? At that time, it was 800 euro per month. Now the situation is going down. I take 300 after more than 30 years.
Well, so I've got this right, and you were enjoying life, but the work was too much, and you just thought, I'll stop now.
Yeah.
So you sold this, but kept the one bar. How old were you when you decided to stop?
When I was 44 years old.
44.
44.
Okay.
Maybe 43, because I've been in Canary Island 1 year and a little more. I arrived to Thailand with 44, almost 45. 43, a little more.
That's about the same age I decided to stop.
So, I enjoyed my life when I was young, and now I am.
So where did you go after that then?
After Canary Island.
Yeah, after Spain.
I've been in Canary Island. Belongs to Spain.
Yeah.
Close to Morocco. And
But I thought you had a business in Thailand. Have I got that wrong?
No. I took all the decoration that you can see here. I sent in one container to Thailand, thinking that I will open the business there in Thailand.
But you never opened a business in Thailand?
No, because I was waiting to find a nice girl.
Okay, well, let's start again, because I'll snap back now. I thought you used to have a business in Thailand, so I was going to start asking you about that, so I got that wrong. Okay, so when did you go to Thailand?
When I was 45, no, 44, like in 2 weeks to 45, because it's happened, how do you call, in Indonesia and Thailand, that make kill many maremoto. In 2005, December 26, 2004, I think.
Okay, so you're around the 45 mark. What made you go to why Thailand? What made you choose Thailand?
Before stopping Thailand, I was in South America and Central America.
Okay.
Chile, Argentina, Cuba, Puerto Rico.
For holidays or living?
For look at place to live.
Oh, so you travelled around?
Looking for a place.
And why not? Why not? Why did you not choose there?
Because the security there, I smell that was not
safe.
I like Costa Rica and Mexico.
Yeah.
But Mexico I will visit 3 times, thinking that that will be the place.
So I'm going to ask you a question now, because you're Spanish, but you call it Mexico. But whenever I've been to Mexico, they speak Spanish and they say Mexico. So which is right.
Some words in any country of South America is not easy to understand for Spanish. There are many words that are the same.
So you decided it wasn't going to be Latin America. So then you went to Thailand.
And then one of my customers there, that he is the owner of one Estanco. Estanco is one shop that they sell just for items for smokers, tobacco plus pipes and filters. And he say, if you are looking, Juan, if you are looking for some place, visit Thailand. I want to go there in January. I can't remember. No, in January. No? I say, oh, if you go in January, I go with you. Let me know in advance, and I pay to you a ticket, and we will go. Okay. And January is coming, and and I say, I pay to you how much? At that time, more expensive than now, the ticket, the ticket flight. I pay 150,000 pesetas, it's like a 900, a little more euro.
That is
At that
expensive,
time, okay, he took my money and he left. After a few days, he came back. Juan, I bought the ticket. Oh yeah, what day? In January 20. Okay. But sorry, but I bought the ticket, your ticket, because I cannot go. I cannot go because my girlfriend, he told me, my girlfriend, something happened. No? I said, no, hijo de puta, no. no, that I can speak English. I don't know nothing English because when I was young, I studied French in school, no?
Yeah.
French. But zero English, no TV, no video, no internet,
really?
nothing
Wow.
at that time. So English, nothing. And I said, no, hijo de puta, ¿cómo haces esto? No, hombre, habérmelo dicho, tell me before, no? And then if I want to go, okay, but no, because, no, nothing happened because I make to you one notebook and I write several phrases that you can understand the way that, with the pronunciation. And I said, no, please, no. Listen to me, Juan, nothing happened, it's a safe country, blah, blah, blah. Finally, I was stressed. At that time, I took the ticket, no problem, I go to Thailand. alone.
Where did you go?
I can tell you that at that time I paid the ticket to Bangkok, but been only in Bangkok because I don't want to travel around because no English, alone, and no English is not easy, no?
How long in Bangkok?
2 weeks. That time.
Did you like it?
Was my best trip in my life. I promise you that it was my best trip because I feel like nude. Yeah. I feel like more sensitive than ever. Yeah. I feel my best version of good person. Yeah. I feel like everything surprised to me. Everything was fantastic. At that time, I was young. All the girls in Thailand, mostly was all people, no? Young men, blue eyes in Thailand. So, in short, was my best.
What did you think of the food? Have you ever had Thai food before?
Well, Thai food is good. I like, but now, for example, now I've been last April. I've been there with my wife 2 weeks. I can tell you that after 1 week, too much pasta for me.
Oh, okay. Oh,
too much spaghetti, too much noodles, too much.
So you went there for You went there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then you went back again because you lived in Thailand. I thought. Have I got that wrong? I thought you lived in Thailand for a number of years.
I've been 2 weeks and then come back. At that trip made me think that I can go outside abroad and open a business. Yeah. And then I prepare everything. I sell one business. After that, I continue traveling. I sell the second business. And I sell my third business. And then I prepare where I travel, no? South America first, Central America. But finally, I've been in Thailand. So I can compare Thailand with Latin America countries. And finally, I decided to stop in Thailand. Okay. So, at that time, was a nice country too.
So, what year was this, roughly?
The year, 45 now, 20 years ago.
20 years ago. Okay, so it'd be around 2004, 2005.
2004.
2004. Okay.
The tsunami 1 week before I arrived there, January 2 or 3, I can't remember.
Okay.
And the tsunami was on 26 December.
Wow.
I think December 26, 2004.
So that would make sense. So where were you living? Where did you move to?
Oh, it depends of my girlfriend. My first girlfriend was from Bangkok.
So you met the girl in Bangkok, and then she took you on a
After that, I know one girl from Pattaya. Pattaya.
Yeah.
After Pattaya.
How long were you in Pattaya for?
Oh, Pattaya, go back, stay there 1 year, and then stop in Phuket. Phuket, less than 1 year.
Okay.
Later, Sriracha.
Right.
It's a city between Bangkok and Pattaya.
Yeah.
And after Sriracha, come back to Pattaya in Butare 5.
So how long were you in Thailand in total?
In total, almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years?
Yeah, because I wrote 7 books. My English is not good because I waste
Your English is good.
9 years of my life.
Your English is good, Marco.
In Thailand.
It's a lot better than most people's Spanish or...
I didn't tell you, no? I wrote 7 books, Thai, Spanish, Thai.
Really?
Want to see?
Wow.
Want to see?
Well, we'll add them on afterwards because I'll have to do the edit. We'll have a look. I'll add a little bit at the end if we've got those.
7 books.
Okay. About what? Books about what?
Languages.
So you learned Thai quite well?
I jumped from Spanish to Thai.
Okay.
No English in the middle.
Right.
Because I had one teacher in Thailand, in Bangkok.
Yeah.
Mrs. Sirinit. I forgot the name. That she speak Spanish. She was in Madrid, studied in Madrid. And she was the best teacher in Thailand, in Chulalongkorn University.
So did you learn to read and write Spanish?
Yeah, I started to read. First I started to write, and after read, and after visit this teacher from Chulalongkorn, and then I make the phrases or words, and please, tomorrow, how many hours? Tomorrow 3 hours. Okay. Can you check and we translate this?
Wow. That's impressive, Margot. I mean, I learned to speak a bit of Thai, but I never learned to read or write. I can't read or write.
It's not easy, yeah?
Oh.
5 different tones. It depends on the word.
Yeah. No, the language. I mean, my Thai's not good. Pompud Medina. But I can't read or write any of it. I didn't even. I tried for. Anyway, it's not about me. But I couldn't do it.
It's not easy because there are the vowels sometimes in English. The vowel is consonant plus vowel, no?
Yeah.
In Thailand, no.
No.
In Thailand, sometimes the vowel is first, later the consonant. Other time the vowel is left consonant plus right plus on the top of the consonant.
Yeah, there's the accent, and there's no full stops or paragraphs. It's all one word, and there's 65 consonants and 40 vowels. No, it's crazy. I can't. One day maybe.
But I do this job because at that time my ex-wife made me travel with my daughter, and she doesn't want. Well, you know what's happened with mostly of the women in Europe now.
A change.
And when my daughter was almost 12 years old, she said, "Your daughter doesn't want to go with you."
Wow.
But I come from Thailand. One trip that I've been there. I come from Thailand. My daughter had at that time I think 3 months holiday, in the school. So we share 1.5 months for me, 1.5 for her, no? But when I arrived there, she said no. And then I thought, what can I do to get my daughter? No, and that's the reason why I started to write books, because it's not an easy job, and it's not a productive job. Not
productive.
Much money.
No. Yeah. But it's very impressive, Margot.
Yeah.
So in the 10 years you were there, obviously it will probably depend on the girlfriends you were with, because that makes a big difference. What was your favourite place to live? you know what I'm saying? Because the girl who you were with at the time will make. But what was your best period in those 10 years? What was the best part you had?
I spent more years in Thailand. In Pattaya.
Pattaya.
Because Bangkok is nice. Nightlife is fantastic. It was fantastic in Bangkok. Now it's not the same. In Pattaya, for me, the weather is better. The wind flows fantastic. If you are not living close to walking street, that is the red street, no, in Pattaya.
So where were you living? Because I lived in Jomtien. Where did you
I
live?
was living a little before Jomtien. When you go, you know Teprasi Road?
Yeah.
The market, Teprasi Market. Just 10 meters when you pass cross the highway, no, going to Jomtien.
Yeah.
On the right side, there are two buildings, big buildings.
Yeah.
Every building more than 1,000 apartments.
Yeah. Oh.
One is
I thought you were going to say the dark side for some reason.
Yeah.
So sorry.
No.
So what made you? I'm guessing now I might have got it wrong, but you came from Thailand to the Philippines.
No.
What happened?
My life is more.
Okay, we'll carry on. What happened next?
The next was that after almost 10 years living in Thailand, I couldn't find any nice girl to open a business because my idea was open a karaoke with the decoration that is here.
Yeah.
Because I don't know in your country about karaokes, but in my country, I opened 2 karaokes there. And was like here, an open room. For example, now this is the table number 3. You sing a song, 1. The next song is for the table number 2, and no. But what happened that I couldn't find any girl. Every year, if I've been there 10 years, I had 10 girlfriends. One every year, maybe one 8 months, the other one 1 year and 2 months, no? But every year one. And I couldn't trust any girl, Thai girl.
So you were working on sculpting them to get a business, and then you'd realise it didn't work, so you had to find another one, and then you tried again and again and again.
And because I can tell you my experience, maybe other thing different, no? With my experience, I can tell you that the Buddhist people are different than the Catholic.
Buddhist people are different to Catholic. Oh yeah, they are very, yeah.
And I think it's because one of the rules of the Buddhist people, say that if now, for example, you are a man, but next life maybe you could be a snake or a pig or
circle of life.
What happened that the mind of the Buddhist people, they don't think that they must be good person because maybe in the new life, no?
No, well, they believe in that. Well, yeah, it's not a religion, though, is it? It's a way of life. But no, they believe in the now. They don't believe in the future and the past.
They don't think about the future.
But I love that. I love that way of looking at it.
English have some similarity with Thai people. English and Australian. What my experience said to me, no? And then what happened that after before I meet one girl in Pattaya in Jomtien, Soy 4-5, Jomtien Beach, Soy 4-5. There is one shop that they sell how do you call for
bum bags,
the plastic to go to the beach. And one girl was working there. When I passed up, finally I married with Cambodian girl.
In Cambodian? Okay.
In Cambodia. I stayed just a few months there because relationship Buddhist again. And then I married with this girl. Well, fake marriage.
Just fake. One question: if you were with this Cambodian girl, so she speaks Khmer, you don't speak English, but you speak Thai. So what language? When you were alone together, what did you talk to each other?
We speak Thai.
You spoke Thai to each other. Okay, that was the language.
Because she was working there 5 years, and Cambodian and Thai, the alphabet is similar also.
Okay, well.
And some words also.
They never understood me when I talked Thai in Thailand, in Cambodia, but there you go.
Similar.
Right.
And then we make a fake marriage because in Cambodia, if you are a foreigner and you are older than 50 years old, you cannot marry.
Is that right?
Because there are many, they told me, many Chinese and Korean men that they got to pick some girls there, married, go to their countries, and later they work in some.
Wow.
Some,
you know what I was about to say?
places.
I've never heard that before. But as you're saying it, I think maybe someone did mention that once, but I didn't know that. It's not something, not something I'd ever thought about. I know that the retirement age now there is 55. Yeah, I'd have to look into that because I never heard that. You know, I didn't. Yeah.
I can tell you. I can show you a picture.
So where was the fake marriage? If the fake marriage was in Thailand?
No, in Cambodia.
But you had to pretend you were younger?
In Cambodia because my father-in-law was friend of one police boss, captain police there in the barangay, you know? And she said, we can marry, but we make fake and no papers, no documents, and up to you. And then they prepared everything. The party was a normal party, band, music band, all the people, you know, other thing, that Cambodian people, they changed, the women changed 14 times her dress.
What, at the wedding?
And 14 times the hairdress, 14 times. They start in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, they start. Because take time to change, no. But the men
Sounds
also,
ridiculous.
not 14 times, but I changed probably 5 times or 6 times. Different color. All the time, different color. Different color. You want to see the picture? I can show you.
Yeah, no, I'd have a look at those after. That'd be very interesting.
Yeah.
So it was a fake marriage because you wanted to marry her, but you were over 50. So you had to pretend to be younger.
I was, because I arrived there with 55 or something like that.
Okay, but you wanted to marry her. It wasn't a fake marriage in terms of trying to get citizenship.
Yeah, because it was happy life at the beginning.
So whereabouts in Cambodia was she from?
She was from north of Phnom Penh. They call Phnom Penh is Phnom Penh.
Yeah.
In English, is Phnom Penh or Phnom Penh?
Well, I call it Phnom Penh, but I think Phnom Penh. I think.
In the north, I forgot. Start with SR, but I forgot. Maybe 2 hours later, more from.
But when you were with her, were you living in Cambodia, or was she living with you in Jomtien?
No, we was living in Kampot.
In Kampot?
Yeah.
I've been Kampot. Kampot's nice.
You know?
Yeah.
The river city.
Yeah. Siem Reap and Kampot are where I used to go for my visa runs when I was in Thailand. So I spent a month in each. Like, so I like Kampot. The land of the pepper.
Yeah, correct. That's Pepper City.
Right. How long were you in Kampot for?
9 months.
9 months?
9 months. Less than 1 year. I can remember.
So what went wrong? What happened?
I couldn't find. My girlfriend was fun girl, but the funny life can stay a few months, but after that you need something more serious. No?
Okay, so basically you decided it wasn't for you.
Yeah.
So then what did you do?
And then I think, what the next? Philippines.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question now then, because this probably worked out very well for you. Because the marriage was fake, you didn't have to get divorced.
Nothing, no. No.
So you got out of that very easily.
I was lucky because now I'm married with my Filipina.
Okay.
Wife.
Yeah. So you came to the Philippines.
Yeah.
Basically, but was that because you thought the Philippines would be great? I've heard great things. Or was that because you thought, well, I've tried Thailand, I've tried Cambodia, it's not for me, I'll try somewhere else?
Yeah, at that time when I married with this Cambodian girl, I thought that what I told you before about the Buddhist people. I said, no, I have to go to other country.
Okay.
And no other country in Asia.
So it was the Catholicism or the Christianity that brought you to the Philippines?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. What where did you come first then?
What?
Where did you come first in the Philippines? Where did you go to first?
Oh, after 10 years in Thailand, I was 55, 56 probably.
Yeah.
But I've been before in Philippines.
Oh, so you had been to the Philippines?
Oh,
you didn't jump blind. You knew what it was like.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you came here to live this time, where did you go to first? Did you come to Dumaguete or?
No, I stopped first in Manila. After Manila in Cebu. Tecate. Manila is close to Manila in Luzon. Tecate, Tres Hermanas, a few cities because that trip we went. There are 3 friends, Spanish friends, no?
Okay.
And one of them he has one girl there.
Right.
So we visit this area. No? After that we visit Bohol. What else? We've been in Malboal, Cebu. But I didn't like any other place. When I stopped in Dumaguete, I said, oh, that's my place.
Really? How long did it take you to decide that?
Very easy. When I arrived here and I read a little about Dumaguete, my intention was to open a karaoke.
Wow.
So when I see that Dumaguete is a universitarian city, I say, oh, there are a lot of thousands of students here.
Yeah, but we're talking about different things now, Mark. What I'm getting at is, when you said Dumaguete is the place for you, and you knew straight away, was that because it would fit your business plans, or was that because when you saw the place, you thought, I love the place?
Also, other reason was the first one. The first one was karaoke. My idea was
so it was a business kind of thing that brought you in.
But the second one was that I meet one guy, Mr. Mike Loxin, Filipino, but he speaks Spanish. Another guy that I meet in a few days was Mr. Franco Ponce de Leon. He passed away three years ago, last week. And he also speaks Spanish.
So that made a difference to people you were meeting who could speak Spanish and that kind of thing.
And then I feel well because also in Dumaguete city there are many streets with Spanish names.
Yeah. Jose Moreno Road, etc.
I feel like, I am in Spain, no?
Okay. And the reason I asked that is because I did not like Dumaguete when I first got here. The first month I thought this place is terrible. That's why I moved to Sikihor. It's taken me about 9 months to fall in love with Dumaguete. Now I love it. I'm really happy in Bekong. I think it's a great place. But it took me a long time. But so it always surprised me when people come and say, the second I got here, they say I fell in love with the place. I think, why? What's here? The boulevard, what is there that would make you fall in love with a place straight away? It's like, because it's not Pattaya. It's not, it's not Phuket. But.
Maybe when you arrived to Dumaguete, the first time?
Oh, that was September. When I was living in Sibilan, it was like, it's just...
It's changing because before it was a smaller city. The traffic now is terrible.
Yeah, but it's just, I like it now, but I was expecting when I got, a lot of places you go to in the world, there's a wow factor. You see the white beach, you see the sun, you see this, you see that. I was walking around Dumaguete for a long time thinking, well, where is the bloody wow factor? But you're right, it's the fact there's nice choice of restaurants, there's nice people, it's spread out. I'm just saying it took me a long time to appreciate it. So, but I'm always surprised when people say the second I got off the plane, I knew it was for me. And I think, really? How? Because when I got to Sikihor, the second I got off the boat, I thought, this is the place for me. I want to stay here.
Yeah,
but after a few months, I'm thinking this place is too small for me. It's like, then you start to appreciate, Dumaguete. So but anyway, about me. So, so you decided Dumaguete was the place for you. I might have got this wrong, but talking to other expats, you had another business, another restaurant. This isn't the first Latinos, is it?
Well, the first Latino was opened in Magnao, Banilat.
Oh, you had one in Manila?
Banilat.
Banilat. Okay.
1 kilometer from Robinson's, going to Bakong.
Right.
On the left side along the highway, 1 kilometer point 4, I think.
So that was your first business venture. That was the first restaurant in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And that was in Dumaguete.
Yep.
And how long after arriving in Dumaguete did you open the business?
Until I see that I cannot run the business. Every time that I have some flooding.
No, what I mean is how long had you been in Dumaguete before you opened the other one?
Before open. Let me think. 3 years here, 1 year building, 4, 5, 6, almost 3 years.
3 years before you started it?
Yeah.
So you didn't just come in and buy a place, you took time?
No, because it's not easy to find a place, because to open a restaurant is easy to find.
Yeah.
But to open a karaoke, it wasn't easy.
Okay.
Because far away, or the place need renovate completely. Or I can tell you that we've been in San Carlos, in Bacolod, looking for a place, because in Dumaguete, expensive, very expensive. I can tell you that close to Lee Plaza, there is one place now that at that time they asked for 40,000 at the second floor, 40,000 pesos. 6, 7, no more, maybe 7 years, a little more. They asked for 40,000 monthly.
Now they're asking for?
And still is for rent.
Wow.
Because the property in Dumaguete is, there are 100 families, no more. And it's like a monopoly. They increase the price, or they keep the...
Make it harder for you to you get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
So how did that place do? Did it do better than you thought it would do? Or
The first one. And other thing that happened there is that the owner doesn't allow to us to make a paying. I told to the owner that I want to pay for make a bigger septic tank.
Okay.
But she said no, we can do it here. But I pay because I cannot continue like this, because a bar restaurant needs a big.
And it's flooding all the time.
She said no. After a few months, I understand why she doesn't want that I make bigger.
Right.
Because this place, this space, when there are floodings, the water comes from Valencia and enter to Latino.
So it's going to go in the tank and like flooding.
You can ask,
okay. And she hadn't told you that.
To some neighbor there in Magnao, and they can tell to you that the water enter through the 4 people they are cleaning. So the building was
in a flood zone. Yeah. So how long were you there for before you had to walk away?
1 year and a little more.
Oh, not a long time. No. Not a long time. No. Okay. Was it a blow? I mean, did you lose a lot of money having to do that, or were you all right?
I spent money because I was empty place, and I built walls there, and I put the second floor. I spent money.
Okay. So how long have you been here now then? Where we are now?
Now we opened, I think, in October 2020, so 3 years and a few months.
3 years?
3 years.
Okay. I'm going to do my little sales pitch now, and I'm not getting any commission or anything for this, but where we are now, we are on the San Jose Road, and Marco has a restaurant here, and it also has apartments. I stayed in one of the apartments when I first got here. A friend of mine said, when you come to Dumaguete, go up the hill, see Ray for a bite, go and see Marco for a room, go and see a couple of other people, you and Dan. I went, and everyone looked after me, great people. Can certainly recommend if you want to, well, some people stay a long term, don't they? But if you want to get somewhere to stop off, but that's the accommodation part. In terms of the restaurant, it's an unusual place. It's difficult to find. You've got to go to the Geltex garage, not Geltex, sorry, I'm thinking of where I live, to the Gas and Go on the Jose Maria Road, turn left into the Gas and Go, keep going down, you'll find it. There's a sign. It's hard to find, but I tell you, once you find this place, anyone who knows, I don't bullshit on this channel, it's the best Thai food I've had outside Thailand. And the Thai food is so good, I've only really had the Thai food here. And my girlfriend, Ellen, she loves the Thai food. So if you like Thai food, come here. If you like Spanish food, they've got Spanish food. It looks amazing. I've only ever had the paella, and it was very nice. But it's a popular place. And I'll tell you, that's why you know it's good. Because to find a place, you've got to have a compass. You've got to find a garage. You've got to go down a dirt track. But it's always busy. And that is the mark of a good place, you know. You didn't have to build it in with the footfall and that. It's so good. Word of mouth, people find it. So if you are in Valencia, Dumaguete, and you want Thai food, you would be crazy not to come here and try it, because it is damn good food. And it's a very unusual place. It's a very eclectic design. It's very... I would say it's very Marco, but it's not very Marco. Because I now know it's Wan. It's very, but it's a very good place. I strongly recommend it. So now I've done my view of it. How have things gone, Marco, in the 3 years you've been here? Better than you expected? Not as good as you expected, or you know, about average?
It's better than I expected.
Better than you expected. Okay.
And it's going better now because the pizza at the beginning we had a supplier that it wasn't very good, no, the quality. But for me it was okay because I am not a pizza lover.
Right.
But one friend of mine that he's living in Australia, he was 24, 26 years in one pizzeria. He came one day here. Marco. We have to make some pizza, and I teach to you, and I make the bread, blah blah blah. And now the pizza, I can tell to you that is. I promise you that in all my life, probably I had no more than 15 pizzas, except Philippines. But now, from the day that this Australian guy came here and teach to me to prepare the pizza crust, I can tell you that every week, minimum one pizza.
Wow, I'd have to try the pizza. Yeah. I've not had the pizza yet.
After that, a few customers say, your pizza is the best in this area. And I say, no, I hear that in, I don't want to say names, no? But one place that is in back on, no, Darwin. At the beginning, before Darwin, there is a place, a restaurant there, that you can find the best pizza. We visit with my wife, we stay there, having lunch. We've been in other place in the new area, in the North Point, that they say that Italian name, but I can tell you that really.
No, well, I won't say bad things about restaurants. I'll tell you the best pizza I've had in Dumaguete, and that was at Why Not. They do a very nice pizza there.
Why Not is one of the best.
But it's expensive. I mean, it's 600. So if you're going to pay, you know, so I mean, you expect to get a good pizza if you're paying 650, 700 pesos. Yeah. But I will definitely try it here, because if it's better than Why Not, I'll be very happy. But I've only had a couple. But I'm saying I've had a few pizzas since I've been in Dumaguete. Never had one here. Why Not was by far the best. But it was 300 pesos more than anywhere else, so it should be the best. You know what I mean?
Here is between 300 to 450.
That sounds very reasonable. I will try it here. Definitely.
And also the pasta, the mac and cheese is fantastic. People,
Well, that was going to be my next question. If someone came here for the first time and they weren't interested in necessarily having Thai, you know, they didn't come in and they weren't saying, what would be the dish you would say, come in? What would be your signature dish?
There are many.
He's got the biggest menu in the Philippines. This guy's got a huge menu.
Yesterday was
But what would be the thing if someone came in and said to you, like, you know, what do you recommend? What is the specialty?
For me, the sirloin steak pork with black pepper sauce is one of my favorites.
Okay. And that's Spanish.
The chicken is Spanish, yeah. The chicken Kiev is a chicken with butter and herbs and. This is fantastic. The baby back ribs, for example.
Okay.
With barbecue sauce.
They're three solid recommendations. But Marco has a huge menu here. It's incredible. So when you come here, you'll have a lot of choice. I'm just going to say we're going to tie the video up now. But a couple of things that you need to know as well. He makes some amazing liqueurs. homemade liqueurs, which I always get a bottle when I come in. My girlfriend loves the coconut liqueur. I might even do, what we'll probably do, I'm going to do an interview in a minute, but I might have a look at some pictures of Marco's and some of the menu, and I might add a few snaps on the end, or I'll pop them on my Facebook page to have a look at. The other important thing to remember is he's closed Mondays and Tuesdays because I've come unstuck since I lived in Bakong. Last Monday we got on the bike, we thought we'll go to Marco. It's only when I'm like half a mile down the road. He's not open on a Monday or Tuesday. So Mondays and Tuesdays they're shut.
Yeah,
but
because we have many preparations.
Yeah, because they spend so much time doing the food.
Cooks, homemade liquors, lasagna, ribs, many things.
I've not actually. I'll have to try your lasagna. I've not had any lasagna. I like a good lasagna.
Lasagna is also fantastic.
Okay. Right, one last question, then we'll wind it up. What are your plans for the future, Marco? Are you going to open another place? Are you going to stick here, or what are you going to do?
Well, to be honest, I can tell you that I am a little worried with this business, restaurant.
Really?
If yesterday I was talking with the staff, I told to them that if they don't improve the way that they work and they don't do more fast their job, probably I'll give to them 1 year. I'll reduce the restaurant. I make only 6 tables because it's not easy to
have a place this big.
Look from that door, the kitchen door, until.
Well, we won't pan the cameras round, but what I'll do is, I'll make a little short video at the end of this, and I'll add it on the end, and then I can put that on the channel as well. So you'll downsize and have less staff. That's what you're talking about doing, probably.
It's not easy to work. I work all my life with restaurant and bar workers in my country, and I saw many in Thailand. It's different.
Customer service is difficult. I know exactly what you mean.
You can repeat and repeat. Never in my life I repeat more than 3 times. Impossible, no?
Yeah.
Here.
No,
no way. It's impossible. I was talking with one friend of mine that he works in one NGO, the Red Cross, French company. Roberto, his name, and he said, you know why? Because in Philippines, not only in Philippines, some other countries that they eat rice with 1 stick of potato, they have not enough nutrients and the brain is not.
Well, that's a theory. I'm not sure I necessarily agree with that, but there you go. Because I've often marvelled how you can get call centres over here where the customer service is fantastic. You get put through the Filipino call centre. It's so much better than Italians. You've got people here. It's got to be the most qualified country in the world. People get master's degrees just to work in 7-Eleven. So these people are very clearly very intelligent. They've done their courses and that. But you stick them behind a bar, there can be 6 of them, and you can go in and sit down and open the menu, and they look at you, and you just have a staring competition. It's like they're confused as to what the hell's going on. It's almost like they check their brains in when they go to, I don't know. I've watched it. I find it amusing. It must be incredibly stressful if you're running the business. I've always thought I couldn't run a business like that because it's just, there doesn't seem to be any customer service mentality, but there is in the course. It's just. It's a strange. It is one of the unique things about the Philippines. But anyway, mate,
there are something that is important to clarify, that the workers here are different. Mostly of them are different because they don't want any responsibility. I try to, in more than 3 years, try to train the staff inside, and no one wants responsibility.
Well, I tell you again, I'm not going to, but I've noticed that as well. I've found in my limited experience in the Philippines, there's 2 types of Filipino. They're either entrepreneurs and they just go and they're constantly in this and they can't, or they have no interest in any responsibility whatsoever and just don't give a crap. It's when they go home and cut. Doesn't seem to be any in between. You're either or. And if you're either, you're going for this job, or you're just, there's no middle ground like me or you might be. It's one all. Anyway, Marco, really enjoyed the chat, mate. You are a very interesting man. I've learned a lot about your travels today. I thought I knew but I don't know. I thought you'd had a business in Thailand and all sorts of, but you've done a lot more in terms of the nightclubs and the bars and that in Spain. It was a great interview. Really appreciate it, mate. I'm sure the viewers are going to love it. So I'm going to end the video now, but don't necessarily flick off the channel because I may well do a little montage of things that Marco wants to show me and add it onto the end. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed, it'd be great if you did. Whether you do, whether you don't, whatever you're doing, stay safe and be lucky.